Tonight on Cap 13 News, the hour campus opens its classes to foreign exchange students.
Students are back from Thanksgiving break and now face dead week and finals week. We'll take a look at how the campus is helping students.
And the holiday season is right around the corner. We'll take a look at a new tradition put on by the city of Pittsburgh. Thank you for tuning in to Cap 13 News. I'm Jordan Keys.
And I'm Matthew Parrott.
Pitt State international students get a chance to learn a different aspect of the United States government. Cap 13 to offer for those coming overseas.
The Reserve Officer Training Corps, also known as ROTC, has been a big part of the guerrilla history for a while. There are many benefits to joining the ROTC. It will teach you different values such as discipline and leadership. However, one of the things that has been getting talked about recently is how some various foreign exchange students are able to take some of these classes even though their home is overseas. I had a chance to talk to Josh Shea, the recruiting scholarship and enrollment officer, to get a better understanding about these programs that are being offered. This is what he had to say.
And that's really where we would classify our international students, is those that are allowed to come in and participate in the majority of the things we offer in the program. However, since they're not U.S. citizens, by law, we're not allowed them to actually be contracted in our program. But we feel like it's important that people from different nations come in and see the faces that join our military.
However, when pursuing a career in the military, one of the biggest things you have to be able to do is work as a team. I asked ROTC cadet David Redding what it's like working with people overseas. David had this to say. I think it's another really cool opportunity to be able to have people overseas be somewhat a part of a program and see what really goes on behind closed doors and the amount of work and dedication it takes. Therefore, I think it's really beneficial for international students to at least look into it and see if they could potentially have a career in it in the future. The ROTC is a way to find various opportunities to develop new skills and give people a reason to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. The ROTC will always be looking to future generations to join and be future leaders of this country. For CAPS 13, I'm Carter Adam.
Students now have the opportunity to apply for RA positions for the upcoming school year. CAPS 13 reporter Azaria Pishney has the story.
RAs at Pittsburg State University receive many benefits, including free housing and a free meal plan. But Willard lead RA Hope Rainey has been able to grow her leadership skills.
Because if you're a leader, you're going to have to deal with conflict management at some point, no matter if you're a manager or like whatever. So any kind of leadership, you have to deal with that. So knowing how to deal with it is great. So that's a big thing that I've noticed, especially in my leadership growth. Also just being able to take charge.
Area Coordinator Lucas Metropolis explains there are other perks that will be useful in the future.
You gain mediation skills, interpersonal skills. It looks really good in the resume. You can take the RA job and apply it to pretty much any job you're applying for. And you can use a story about you as an RA in that interview, and it'll probably make you look better to that employer.
RAs also support students new to campus life and being away from home for the first time.
Getting your residents connected not only within your hallway, but also all across campus as well. And that's the bulk of it, really, is getting residents connected, helping that freshman experience be something that actually wants to make them stay here.
I think some other perks is you truly just make a lot of friends and you get so close with your staff and like they just truly become your family. And the housing department is always there to support you and back you up.
RA applications opened on November 2nd. They can be found on the Pittsburg State website under Housing and Resident Assistant. Scroll down and click Apply to be an RA to find the requirements for the position. Interviews will be held in February to determine which candidates will proceed. There have been 2 information sessions, October and November 1st, to help students understand the RA position and answer any questions they may have. The next information session will be held on December 1st at 6 p.m. in the Overman Student Center Governor's Room. For CAPS 13, I'm Azaria Pishney.
The Student Center hosted the Safe Sex Olympics last night. The event was put on by the Community Health Center of Southeast Kansas. Attendees were able to educate themselves on different practices to keep themselves and others healthy.
For students to have the knowledge, tools, and resources so that they can have informed decisions about their health and wellness. Really, we care about the health and safety of students. So really, as adults, you're making your own choices, and so we want to give you the knowledge, tools, and resources so you can do so in a safe way.
Sex Olympics was the third installment of activities for students. The previous installments were put on in previous years. The Safe Sex Olympics put itself on par with 2021's Bingo and other events. Students are back on campus from their week-long break. We'll hear from them on some of the things that they did over Thanksgiving next.
Out on the open road, wind in your hair, bugs in your teeth, and a car pulling out in front of you. Accidents like this happen every day. And you want to make sure you're protected.
Students and faculty are back on campus after a week-long fall break for the holidays. I went out on the street to ask them just how well their Thanksgiving went.
All right, you can just tell me how your Thanksgiving went.
I didn't go to Thanksgiving, but my Thanksgiving break went pretty good. It was good to take a break from all my classes.
My Thanksgiving was pretty good. Spent time with family. Got to see some folks I hadn't seen in a couple of months, so it was good. It was a good time.
All right, how about you?
Me as well. I got to see my family, and it was a wonderful time.
Great. Got to go back home to Lewisburg and spend some time with my family. Thanksgiving really well. Saw my family, cousins, so it was a fun time.
Spent the first half of it working, the second half of it packing and heading to Texas, where pretty much spent the rest of it just driving around, seeing the sights, trying the food.
It went good. Got to see some family and stuff, so that's always good.
It was good. I went home and I had a good time with my family and friends.
It went well. It was good to get a break and relax from all the stress and everything that's happening here, so it was a good break.
My Thanksgiving went good. I got to see my family, eat some food, got to be back home, see my friends, so it went well.
It was good. I got to see my family, eat a lot of good food with my friends and my family.
It went good. I spent time with family. It was good catching up. I haven't seen my siblings in about 3 months, so it was good.
I didn't go to Thanksgiving either, but the break was nice. Get away from classes and get away from Pittsburgh for a little bit.
Yeah, we cooked for 2 days, and then all of the grandkids didn't want to eat any of it, so should have just made a pumpkin pie and gone to Burger King. But the weather was nice. So, yeah, it was good to hang out, but the cooking, not the greatest success.
With finals coming up, students are looking for ways to reduce stress and prepare. To help, the Office of First-Year Programs holds academic success workshops for all students to learn valuable life skills, such as study strategies for finals. Other lessons include how to budget and handle money, how to manage stress, and research skills. Office of First-Year Programs Assistant Director Jesse Briscoe acknowledges the importance of the workshops, especially for first-year college students.
This is just one way that we can reach those students and give them a little motivation and encouragement that they came here for a purpose, and that is to get their degree to have a better life. And these workshops matter. They do. Our services in our office matter.
Academic success workshops are currently held on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4 in the Prairie Room of the Student Overman Center. Study strategies for finals week will be held December 6th and 7th. However, next semester, they'll move to Tuesdays at 3:30 and Wednesdays at noon. It's also encouraging to come use the building as a space where they can not only study, but take a break from the stress of finals week. CAPS 13 reporter Drake Miller has the story.
Of course, part of the services the library services offers is to try and make sure that we are a resource, a space, and a place in general for students. So we not only want to have our librarians here to help students when they need finding resources, tidying up that last paper, getting research, but also a comfortable, quiet place to study.
Leon says the library aims to be a safe and secure study environment for students who may not have the luxury at home.
it's something that we've started, and we've done this for a number of years. The library tries to focus kind of working towards more late nights. We know based on student study habits, need for work, or other activities they have going on in their lives, that their work might range beyond the 8 to 5. So we always try to make sure we have extended hours.
Ella Armentrout, a student employee at the library, talks about all the benefits that the library offers.
So the library is a very good place for people to have a quiet place to study. We have multiple study rooms that are first come, first served, or ones that you can reserve online, which is really helpful, especially for the students that need that space where they're not focusing on everything that's going by their door.
For more information, you can contact Jorge Leon at jleon@pittstate.edu or contact the Axe Library at axe.pittstate.edu.
In an effort to keep students relaxed, the library alongside ABC hosted a game night in the basement of the Axe. Followed by some board games, attendees of this event were entered into a raffle for a study room through all of finals week. Daryl McLeod says it was nice to keep his mind off the stress.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that because we just got out of Thanksgiving break that everything kind of just shuts down. Everyone gets in that mode of like, it's finals week, dead week, study, study, study. But there's still groups doing everything out here. Clubs, like tonight, it's a big game night just for fun.
The library will have snacks and drinks throughout Dead Week, encouraging students to come use this study space.
This past weekend, the city of Pittsburgh held its annual Small Business Saturday. I went downtown to talk to business owners about why this event is so important.
It's great to see everybody enjoying the community and walking up and down and getting a taste of what Pittsburgh has to offer.
Small Business Saturday is an annual event that sees stores along Broadway participate in an all-day-long shopping spree. The event offered great deals for customers, but also acted as a great way for community members to interact with many local businesses. To many local stores, the event is more important than Black Friday.
It's the biggest day of the year, I think, for a lot of surrounding businesses and restaurants, and it's just kind of a good way to kick off kind of the holiday shopping and things like that.
And while store owners are happy to see more customers, they're more excited to be part of a community.
So just to see all of the, the continued support that we're still here, it means the world to us. It really does. I know that that kind of sounds cheesy, but for a small business, you put so much into it, and you want your community to feel special, and it feels really good.
The city prepared a special passport that, when filled out with 10 stamps from local stores, could be turned in for a chance to win prizes donated by the local businesses.
I mean, it's kind of like bringing back the good old days, of shopping and keeping it local.
So it's always good to see familiar faces and things like that. And
I saw so many people today that they genuinely want to see us succeed.
You can expect the next Small Business Saturday in 2024, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. For CAPS 13, I'm Matthew Parrott.
More information, like how to register your business to participate, go to www.pitks.org/smallbusinesssaturday.
This week kicks off a big event in Kansas tourism with a turn in whitetail deer hunting. Yesterday was the first day of rifle season for whitetail. Taxidermist Tanner Streeter says the influx of out-of-state hunters increases here in the southeast corner as well.
Bourbon and Lynn County are kind of, I would say they're like the big deer hunting mecca of the whole state of Kansas. I mean, there's good deer in other parts of the state, but there's a lot of really good hunting in the southeast portion of the state, and Bourbon and Lynn County definitely, they produce a lot of really big deer.
Coming up, Joe McGrath brings us the weather as we enter December.
Boy, sure is hot out here. I'm glad I wore some sunscreen. SPF 50.
Oh, sunscreen. Yeah.
Over 97,000 people are diagnosed with melanoma every year. Think smart. Wear sunscreen.
Looking for a Christ-centered sorority at Pitt State University? Gamma Alpha Lambda could be the place for you.
GAL is an organization here on campus where
Gamma Alpha Lambda, or GAL, does not currently have a building, but is all about the community and the building of relationships. If you are interested in joining, find them on Gorilla Engage or Instagram at gal_PSU.
Whoa, let's pause right there. Good job on going out and taking a hike, but do you know if that tree is safe to rest on? The main problem with this image here is this vine. How can you tell if it's poison ivy? Poison ivy is number 1 on our list of plants to avoid because it contains a resin that can induce an unpleasant skin rash if you touch it. Poison ivy you see here in Kansas will grow on a vine climbing up trees. The best way to tell if a plant is poison ivy is if it has 3 leaves. Remember the saying, leaves of 3, let it be. If you come into contact with poison ivy, the best way to avoid symptoms is to wash with soap and water thoroughly. If you contract a rash, rubbing calamine lotion on the area is effective. This has been Know Your Nature.
Hello and welcome back to CAPS 13. My name is Joe McGrath and today I'll be taking you through the weather. So let's go ahead and take a look at the current conditions outside. It feels at 54 degrees with that dreary weather we've had all day. It just hasn't been, it's been a good napping day if you ask me. It feels like 52 degrees outside right now and the dew point was 45 degrees this morning. The visibility, thanks to the misty, dreary weather along with the clouds, it's about 5 miles and the humidity with the rain is about 90%. And we also have a nice south breeze coming from the south at about 5 miles per hour. But let's go ahead and plan the evening for tonight. So at about 4 o'clock tonight, we're going to see a temperature of about 54 degrees as of right now, 56 degrees with that disgusting dreary weather. Moving on tonight at about 7 o'clock, it'll be about 51 degrees with even more showers. It may be heavier, it may be lighter. Fortunately, me being the weatherman, I can't predict it, but I can try. So moving on to 11 o'clock tonight, it'll be the showers should clear out a little bit, leaving a nice scattered clouds all across the sky. So let's go ahead and take a look at the regional weather. As of right now, in our beautiful southeast corner of Pittsburgh, it's about 54 degrees. Kansas City, about 52. Our capital of Topeka, sitting about 47 degrees, and then moving further west, we can see a pretty massive cold front coming through the edges of Kansas here, with Colby sitting at about 37 degrees, Goodland 37, and Elkhart sitting at about 42 degrees respectively. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-day forecast. And like I said, the high for Thursday is going to be sitting around about 54 degrees with a 90% precipitation rating. And moving into tonight, it'll be about a 37 degree low for tonight. So moving into Friday, it'll be about 52 degrees for the high with scattered clouds with about a 34 degree low during the nighttime. Saturday, we have a high about 53 degrees for Gorilla Game Day. Basketball, Pittsburg State will be playing at Missouri Southern for that day. And can I see the graphic? Sorry. The basketball will be pretty good. Missouri rivaling Pittsburg State. The high will be about 54 degrees, so if you're making your way to and from the basketball game, it'll be beautiful weather. It'll feel like 52 degrees. The dew point will be about 40 degrees, and the visibility, those clouds from these cold fronts that are coming through won't be that through yet, so it'll be about 5 miles of visibility. Humidity will be about 37% with a nice breeze coming through the south. So if we go back to the 5-day forecast, we can take a look at Sunday, which would Saturday, moving into Saturday night, it'll be about 34 degrees. Moving into Sunday, it'll be about a high of 53 degrees with going into Sunday night being about 38 degrees. And then moving into starting your week on Monday, it'll be about 52 degrees, a nice sunny day to start your week. But my name is Joe McGrath, and thank you for tuning into CAPS 13. We'll be right back with sports.
Hey, are you a Pitt State student looking to make the most of your college experience? Well, it's time to get involved. Join clubs, participate in sports, volunteer for community projects, and attend exciting events on your campus. Getting involved at Pitt State not only enriches your education, but also allows you to create lifelong relationships. Don't miss out. Embrace university life and discover all of the opportunities waiting for you. Get involved today.
Helping save the environment and on water/power bills around the house can be very easy. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, over half of the water usage in a house is done in the bathroom. So a couple of ways you can fix that is to turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth or shaving, taking showers instead of baths, and taking shorter showers. To save on power, some simple ways are to unplug stuff you are not using at the time, do laundry with only full loads, and wash with cold water instead of hot water. For more ways to conserve resources, go to EPA.gov to find out more.
We have lots to talk about. As the last 2 weeks of sports has seen the end of the football seasons all across all levels of play. And as the weather gets colder, sports are tipping off in a much warmer environment compared to the grime and grit of football. First, let's take a look at some PSU men's basketball highlights as the team has gone to their first home game.
Jordan Friesen, the leading scorer for the Gorillas, he's marquee.
Game against McPherson College. The Gorillas went up early against the Bulldogs.
Inside pass.
And kept their momentum going through both halves of the game. At half, Pitt State was ahead of McPherson 38-26 and extended their lead to 21 points by the end of the second half, with the final score being 75-54. Keep an eye on both the men's and women's basketball teams as they continue to fight through the MIAA conference. The MIAA has 3 teams in both the men's and women's teams that are in the top 25 of the National Coaches Poll. Pittsburg State's indoor track and field team will also be starting their season soon as they host their first invitational on December 9th at the Robert W. Plaster Center. The men's team is looking to repeat another indoor national championship after getting their second in program history last year. The women's team also has high expectations after an 8th place finish at the national track meet last year. Over Thanksgiving break, high school football championships took place across the state. Pittsburg State University hosted Mill Valley and Cape and Mount Carmel for the 5A state championship. Mill Valley was fighting for their 5th straight win and the 5th straight 5A state title, and Capen was entering the game after having a difficult matchup against Goddard Eisenhower in the semifinals. And the final score of that game was 42-39, so Goddard really pushing back against Capen. Despite both teams being the top seed in the regional, Mill Valley was able to dominate Cape and Mount Carmel and secure their 7th straight title since 2015 with a final score of 62-37. Pittsburg State's football team faced Grand Valley State in the second round of the NCAA Division II playoff at Grand Valley's home stadium in Allendale, Michigan. PSU fought hard against the Lakers and scored first after a short run by running back Anton Squire. The teams traded touchdowns back and forth for the remainder of the first, second, and third quarter, and that led to Pitt State being ahead 21-14 at the start of the fourth quarter. However, an interception by Grand Valley State turned the tide of the game and gave Grand Valley the opportunity to score. They scored twice in 5 minutes from a 31-yard field goal and a 5-yard run to seal the game for the Lakers 24-21. PSU player Cav Randall had this to say about the game.
It's always not fun to lose by a field goal. It's kind of one of those things, you put in all that work during the game, and then at the end of the game, you're just like, dang. But it was a good year to get experience. You know, it's always tough. We think they're going to win the national title, I think. So that kind of helps a little bit. Kind of stings still, you know, but it's always good to get some experience versus those out-of-state teams because it's kind of same conference over and over and over, but you want to get a little more experience with bigger boys, a little bit different system, the whole 9 yards. So all around, it was good. It was fun.
Pitt State now looks forward to next year where they will have challenges in and outside of their conference. Well, speaking of Pitt State football, 3 brothers have had the rare opportunity of all playing football together at Pittsburg State. Caps 13 reporter Lily Weir joins us live to tell us more about their journey. Lily?
I'm here right in front of Carney Smith Stadium where Pitt State football's very own Garrison brothers get to practice and play together. I got the chance to find out how they got here and what being on the same college football team means to them.
Devin's love of football started when he was about 5 years old, and every day he would make his dad go out and play catch with him.
I can remember back to even first grade and kindergarten, I would always ask my dad, do I get to play football this year? And he'd say, no, you gotta wait for second grade. And then from then on, the passion for it and the love for it has only grown, and I don't think it'll ever stop.
Devin's football journey has been frustrating for him at times for sure.
I was redshirted my first year. That second year, played a little bit, didn't catch a single pass, then had to go on and try and find an opportunity elsewhere. Was able to have a walk-on opportunity here at Pittsburg State. The next year was my first actual full season, allowed to play. Caught 8 passes for 99 yards, which was better than any season I had before that, but I knew I was capable of a lot more.
We know what his capabilities are. He knows his capabilities, and not always do you get to show others those capabilities. And so, lo and behold, he just keeps on plugging away and finally has got his opportunities.
Going on to last year, got first team all-conference, all-American, did all that. And this past year, similar type of deal, but even better season. You know, it's been a run for sure. Then I was pitching the idea to the coaches here that I have 2 brothers that can do some similar things and really make an impact for this team. And my then tight ends coach gave us an opportunity to get them on the team and give them a shot.
The twins' football journey is just fun, and they are hardworking attack animals. I have so many pictures of them on the field together, and they're quite incredible to watch. And thankfully, Pitt State allowed them to come here, and they're still working hard.
Well, having them both around, you kind of get the best of both worlds. There's never a moment where we're not laughing or joking around together, making fun of each other and picking each other up when needed. They're like your best friends and family and support system all in one. It's really great to have those guys around. I really think the sky is the limit for those 2 as well. Looking back, I haven't always had the best seasons or done what I've wanted, but I've stuck with it and worked hard and been able to make the most out of my situation. I think no matter what the obstacle is for them, they'll be able to overcome really anything.
It is the biggest privilege to have them all together. I can sleep good at night. They take care of each other. Love the school, love the coaches, love Pitt State.
Devin Garrison has just wrapped up his football career here at Pittsburg State. His brothers are hoping to be successful in the upcoming seasons. Back to you, Dominic.
Thanks, Lily. That was Caps 13 reporter Lily Weir at Carney Smith Stadium. And that's all we have for sports. We'll be back with more news right after the break.
Every day, you wake up, get ready, eat, go to school, exercise, eat, do homework, and sleep. Now add your phone into this routine. The average American spends 5 to 7 hours a day on their phone. Recognizing when you may be addicted to your phone can help you get your time back.
So put your phone down.
Phones can never replace real connections.
So put your phone down.
Being addicted to your phone is real.
So put your phone down.
Learn more at addictions.com/cellphone addiction.
Gorilla football is back in action, which means that college tailgating and parties are also in full swing. Pitt State students, including those who are underage, are at risk of irresponsible drinking and alcohol abuse. PSU provides amenities for students, such as a game day safe ride that runs 2 hours prior to kickoff until 2 hours after the game and is available for all Pittsburg State University students.
I'm Devin Garrison, Pittsburg State University tight end, reminding you to be safe and use the resources provided to you on campus to drink responsibly.
Pittsburgh last Saturday also celebrated a new tradition, a tree lighting ceremony. The city erected a 16-foot tall Christmas tree at the Pritchett Pavilion right in downtown Pittsburgh. The city hosted the inaugural tree lighting ceremony just after Small Business Saturday. There was caroling, hot cocoa, and even a certain jolly fellow in a red suit.
We've been really excited and pleased with the feedback that we've gotten from folks, their reactions to having a community tree in Pittsburgh, and then the tree lighting ceremony was exactly what we had hoped for. We had around 200 people there.
Other special guests were in attendance, like Elsa and Anna, who danced with children, and of course, Santa was taking gift requests. The tree will be staying up through the holiday season.
Pittsburg Parks and Recreation held the community's 44th annual Christmas Parade. The parade is put together every year in Pittsburgh right after Thanksgiving. Anyone in town is welcome to participate in the parade or watch.
It's so much fun. This is my first year here. So I've never really been in a town that has a parade like this, so this is really fun, really small town environment, but everybody's all here. It's really cold, but a lot of people showed up, and there's lots of candy, and it's a great time.
Events coming up in Pittsburgh this holiday season by going to www.pittks.org.
All right, and Joe, I got to tell you, I'm really not looking forward to winter weather, so how much longer can I expect to see this nice weather?
I mean, so far as this weekend, that mid-50s weather is going to be super relaxing, so I think we should both enjoy it while it lasts.
And we got a few things coming up for sports, even though we're a little late here in the semester, don't we, Dom?
Oh yeah, there's still quite a bit of basketball left. Of course, we have indoor track as well. Unfortunate loss for Pitt State football, but you can't win them all, I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Thanks for joining us. My name's Jordan Keys.
And I'm Matthew Parrott. We'll see you next time.